Hey guys, Dan Chan here. Hey, I'm taking another stab at this video just because I want to be a little bit more clear and a little less paranoid, I guess, about how things are looking for the upcoming changes for mod 32.5, which is going to allow us to upgrade mounts and insignias to Celestial. I'm on preview right now with this character, and unfortunately preview is not allowing you to go to your mounts tab. If you go there, it just crashes, and because of that I can't show you the cost on preview to upgrade your mounts. I can show you the insignias obviously, but mounts, unfortunately, the only way to upgrade them is to actually equip them and then upgrade them from the mounts menu or the mounts tab. So we're kind of stuck there, but let's go ahead and move on to the insignias. Now I will show you a little bit later on with from the live server what it looks like, but essentially what we're looking at is your insignias on preview are showing that they're going to cost half the powder that they currently do to upgrade them. That's pretty awesome. That makes it a much easier to increase the power of your character and to upgrade those insignias. To refine a green insignia to blue, to rare, is going to cost 10 insignia powder. I'm going to show you in a few minutes, but again, this is basically half of what it costs on live right now to upgrade to blue, and it's the same way all the way across. So we said we're going to take 10 to get it to blue. However, if we want to convert blue back to powder, it's still only, you're going to get exactly 10, which is exactly the same amount that you put into it. That's not the way it works on live right now. Again, this is the same amount you'll get on live, but it would have cost you 20 powder to get there. So you lose half the value converting up. Not only do you lose half the value, you also lost the original insignia that you converted up. Okay, to take it from blue to epic, it's 50 powder, and converting back from epic to powder, it's also 50 powder, same as before. And to convert from epic to legendary, it's 250 powder. If you're looking closely, you're going to see a pattern here. So we're going 5 times. You're taking this, you're multiplying up, you're taking 10 powder. You would have, if you refined this, converted to insignia powder, it costs 2. And we multiply that by 5 and we get 10, which is what the powder cost is to take it to epic, or to rare. We take this rare one that costs us 10 to upgrade. It only costs 50 to get it to epic. So that's, again, multiplied by 5. And let's not do that. If we convert that to powder, again, 50. So if we multiply that by 5, it's going to be 250. Let's see if that matches up. I did not do the right one. We multiply this by 5, it's going to be 250 to get it to legendary. Alright, so again, same pattern. We can take it 250 to get it to legendary. If we go to legendary and convert to insignia powder, we get 250. If we want to upgrade that legendary to mythic, guess what? It's going to be 1250 because that's multiplied by 5. Alright, and these changes, we multiplied our item level by basically 250%. Does that make sense? So we multiplied it by 2.5. Whatever we had before, this was 200 item level, we went to 500 item level. This was 100 item level, we went to 200 item level. Actually, okay, so that's even different, though. This is just item level doubled. Did the stats double? 150 to 300, makes sense. Alright, so a little different, where we're paying 5 times the insignia powder, but we're not necessarily getting exactly the same amount of item level. So we're going to go from 25, I believe, to 50 here. Yep. 37.5. Yep. So these double. This one, I apologize jumping back and forth. I'm not trying to keep this confusing, but I'm just kind of showing the pattern here. So item level 50, stats 75. This is going to be item level 100, stats 150. So this doubled. And I think we already saw this. This went from 100 to 200, 150 on each stat to 300 on each stat, and then we went from legendary to mythic. All right, this is where it got a little odd. Instead of doubling from 200 to 400 and 300 item level each thing to 600, we went by 250%. We multiplied it by 2.5. So we got 500 item level. We got 750 stats instead of 300. So that's great. That's 150% boost to each stat, if that makes sense. Or 300, Okay, my math's a little messed up this morning, but I think you get the general idea here. So I think some people are getting wrapped up on the idea that, hey, when I go from my mythic insignia upgrade, I am not getting doubled. I'm not getting doubled. I'm certainly not getting 250%, but I'm not getting double. I'm going from 500 item level, 750 on the stats, to 750 item level, which is only 50% higher, and then 1125 on the stats, which is only 50% higher. True. However, every other upgrade cost 5 times the previous upgrade's insignia powder. I'm playing devil's advocate here. I would much rather have higher stats too, but hey, devil's advocate says, hey, we're only paying twice as much insignia powder as it cost to upgrade the last level, to upgrade to mythic. So why would we expect to get twice or 2.5 times as much stats out of it as we did before? But one thing I would ask everybody to chime in on, this thing here with the requirement to add this 50% chance of failure, I think this is not a good idea. It's too easy. It's too easy to screw up when every other upgrade before this had no chance of failure. There was no possibility because of that to put in a moat. So when you introduce this one, if you're just kind of buzzing along, you're not thinking about it, you're going to click upgrade without realizing, oh crap, I should have put a preservation ward in here. Don't worry about putting a moat in here. That's just silly. Put a preservation ward in here with a 50% chance. That's all you should need. But definitely put some kind of ward in here to protect your ingredients, because 2,500 insignia powder is a freaking lot of insignia powder. That takes a long time, or a lot of astral diamonds worth of material to get that. Right now it costs, if you have a mythic insignia, it would have cost you 2,500 powder to upgrade it. So you can, on live right now, convert that back to 50% of that and get 1,250. So if you would have to buy 2 mythic insignias, which cost over $1 million each. I think the lowest one might be close to 990,000 on the auction house right now. But generally you're looking at $1 million each. You're talking about a couple of million AD on the auction house just to buy enough powder to upgrade another mythic. Now you're talking about you've already blown 2 mythics and you still need another mythic to upgrade. So yeah, you're talking about a huge expense. So devs, I know you're saying yes, you want to introduce this percentage chance to make people more appreciative of this upgrade, but you don't need to do that. This 2,500 powder is what makes people appreciative of the upgrade. What will make them really annoyed and upset is accidentally clicking the upgrade button, losing 2,500 powder because they forgot to put a pres ward in here because every other upgrade before this had no requirement for an upgrade. Do as you will. There may be, obviously there's probably other reasons that you have for this. Maybe this is actually something that you had to do and you just wanted a really good excuse for doing it, but please reconsider doing this. Also, converting your mythic back to insignia powder. This is the only one. These two are the only ones out of these. The preview on for the updates that are showing that you're going to get half of what you paid to get them upgraded. I don't think that is a good idea either. I think this thing that you did here, where every one of them will give you exactly the same amount of powder that you paid to upgrade them, I think that's a wonderful idea. I really encourage you to do that with Mythics and Celestial now, because right now, if you want to convert this thing that costs 1,250 powder to upgrade, you're only getting 625 back. This is what it's going to be once mod 32.5 hits. This means anybody that has Insignias now that doesn't think to convert them, obviously they're not going to want to convert the ones that they're going to want to upgrade. They're going to want to convert the miscellaneous ones that they just don't really need to Insignia, but they need to do it before mod 32.5 hits. If you wait and this stays the same, you've just lost half the value of your Insignias. And this is the same with this one. This is costing 2,500 powder to upgrade, but if I want to convert it back to powder, it's 1,250. I don't think that's a good idea. Granted, it's the way it is now, and the reason I think this is such a wonderful idea is because of the people that are gone right now, that may, the people that are players that want to come back later on and jump back into the game. I don't want them to come in and say, oh crap, why what did I miss here? And then to find out that all of the Insignias, well, at least all of their mythic Insignias, are worth way less than all of the than everybody else's who managed to get theirs converted before the changeover. It takes an incredible amount of time and effort to get this to this level, or a lot of AD if you just want to buy them outright. Again, I don't want to beat this to death, but please change this to make them all the same. Make them where every one of them will give you the same amount of powder that you put into it. Give that amount back. It's never an equal trade, because for me to get this to Celestial, I need 3 Insignias basically. I need the one I'm going to upgrade, and then I need 2 more to get enough power to take it to this point. So it's not like I'm just taking 2,500 powder and making it Celestial, and then I can convert it back and make a brand new Celestial. I would need a whole nother Mythic Insignia to upgrade to do that. All right, let me move on from that. Again, I'm going to jump back into the bounce and Insignias that are currently on live. And let's do something else real quick, because I don't know if this is on live right now. It probably is, but let's take a look at the calendar. So upcoming, there is I'm going to show you in a second the new dates for what I believe is 32.5 mod 32.5. But this is something, again, I like the devs to look into. Please, this Astral Casket, I believe is supposed to coincide with the Wondrous Bazaar discount. Usually the Astral Lockbox and the Wondrous Bazaar discount all happen at the same time. Introducing it the day before the discount is probably not a good idea. Not great for the community. Please change that to match up with the Wondrous Bazaar discount. If you got to push it to March 4th and then make it go to the 11th, great. Otherwise, put out a huge disclaimer to your players to let them know, look, this is going to be on the 3rd, but you're going to want to wait until the 4th to buy them, because that's when you'll get the discount on them. All right, so that said, players, there is a Trade Bar Store discount coming up. If you want to upgrade your mounts, that is a great time to go to the Trade Bar Store if you have trade bars, obviously, and buy your mount upgrade tokens. If I go to the best way to do that is to go to your currency tab, go down to spend on your Tourmaline trade bars if you have any, and then just go to the mount section, and right up there at the top you'll see the mount upgrade tokens. Now the Trade Bar Store discount is going to give you 20% off. That's always rounded down, so it's going to go from 3 to 2. So you're basically getting a third of the cost knocked off for these tokens. And you get trade bars typically from lockboxes, but you can, most of those lockboxes, I think, for people are going to come from keys that they get from VIP, but you can also get trade bars from this from astral lockboxes or astral caskets. I think the average is about 34 or so trade bars per casket. So even if you're not, if you're trying to upgrade your mounts or your companions, this is a great way to get tokens to do it. You can buy stuff in the Wondrous Bazaar or the auction house. You can get upgrade tokens from there, but you actually are going to do probably quite a bit better buying these astral lock boxes or astral caskets, or getting opening using the keys from VIP to open just regular lock boxes. The rewards you get out of those lock boxes are just kind of icing on the cake. The real cake is all of these trade bars if you still need them. Obviously, if you've been playing for 10-15 years, you probably don't need any more of these upgrade tokens, but for those of us who aren't so lucky, we do. So finally, there is something I mentioned before. This is March 10th is Forgotten Glory. This is a new battle pass. If you look at the current battle pass, let's take a look in the journal. You'll see campaigns, Bodies and Souls. It is supposed to end on March 10th at 7:30 a.m. Well, guess what? There is a Tempest Blood Tracks, which coincides with this this new Forgotten Glory thing. And if we look at event details, you're going to see this is when the Slaughterhouse Arena comes back. Well, if you notice the announcement for Mod 32.5, it also mentioned that is when they're going to bring the Slaughterhouse Arena back. It's temporary, but it's going to come back. Now, this period is March 10th to May 19th. And this battle pass doesn't really give you the dates, but if you just do a little bit of math, you can get it. So there is 300. So you have a weekly cap of 50 of these shards. You get one shard for every 5 rounds in the Tempest Slaughterhouse Arena, and you have, like I said, a weekly cap of 50. The progress on this battle pass is 0 of 350. So using, doing a little math there, that's 7 weeks. So 7 weeks should be about the same as what we're looking at for the dates on that calendar. Yep, do we still have it? Okay. So March 10th to May 19th, that's March through April. Yeah, so it actually sounds like it's a little more than 7 weeks on that, but that's what it comes out to. And as you see, this is one really long continuous battle pass. It's a little unlike the previous ones where we've, with this you had different stages. Same idea though. So let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at the rewards. Again, keep in mind that you have to do 5 rounds to get one of these blood shards, and you need 5 blood shards to get each step of the reward. So the first one, we're looking at 150 Insignia powder, and we're looking at 3 scrolls of mass life for your 10. You're looking at a vanity pet for 15, 30 pres words at 20. We're looking at 10,000 astro diamonds, not a whole lot, but helpful, at 30. We're looking at an armor illusion choice pack at 40. That would be nice. We're going to get 5 enchanting stones at 50. This is where you're going to hit your first weekly cap, assuming you're doing them all. Okay, so starting at 60, we have a single mount upgrade token pack, 20 mount upgrade tokens. We have, looks like, 1 legendary enchanting stone at 70. So we're going up at 10 at a time now. At 80, we are getting 2 enchanted keys. 90, we get 20 companion upgrade tokens, and at let's see, we're 95 now. We're jumping at 15 at a time. At 110, we get 75 Mark of the Slaughterhouse. We go up another 15. That's 3 glyphs of potency. Another vanity pet at 140. 155 is 25,000 astral diamonds. Then we're going to start jumping up 20 at a time. We have this mount, 4-slot mount, with Tector's Covenant, Lionheart's Perseverance, Guardian Spirit, and Shepherd's Devotion. So not a whole lot of options here. Let's look at my stats. So we actually have 3 required slots. We have Regal, Barbed, and Illuminated, with 1 universal slot. This is the new mount for the campaign. What else do we got? We have 3 more mass life scrolls. 100 Mark of the Slaughterhouse. We have another footprint. We have a footprint illusion. So we got a little bit of a variety in illusions here. Have an Insignia choice pack. Looks like just one. 2 more enchanted keys at 275. We're still looking at 20 per jump here. Now we're jumping up to 25 per time. 15 companion and mount upgrade tokens each. 1 greater stone of health, and finally a trail illusion choice pack at 350. It's going to keep you busy. Hopefully you'll be able to easily farm this and get all the goodies out of here. It's all free, so nothing really super to complain about. Well, okay, I'm sure somebody's going to complain about it, but I'm not. I appreciate anything that's free. It'd be nice if more of this stuff was unbound. Doesn't look like there's really all that much unbound. Looks like maybe these enchanting stones are. These are not legendary enchanting stones. So you're probably not going to be able to sell much, if any, of these things. It doesn't even look like these are unbound. If you look in the notes here inside the box, every one of them says bound to account on pickup. So once you open them, it's going to be bound to account, and then you can just trade them amongst your own characters. Alright, as promised, so this is what the current costs on live are. To convert from green to blue is 20 powder instead of what the 10 that's shown on preview. Refining to epic is 100, not 50, which is what's on preview. If you wanted to convert it back to powder, it's the same as on preview, at least on the lower levels. Now to convert your epic to legendary is 500 powder instead of the 250 on preview. Legendary to mythic is 2500 instead of the 1250, and of course mythic to celestial is not a thing on live, but yeah, it's basically everything has been reduced by half. But right now, if you want to convert your mythic to powder, you'll get half of what it currently costs, which is 1250. So once March 10th hits, which should be the mod 32.5 inception, then you're definitely going to have already converted your mythic insignias, at least the ones that you are not planning to use. Obviously the ones that you're planning to use, you don't want to get rid of them. Those are probably going to be the ones you update. So keep that in mind. That's all I have for you for now. Hope this has helped. GG, happy gaming, have fun. Dan Chan out.